Thank you for joining us for our Spotlight information event with health and social care. We've got tons of great content coming up for you guys. We're going to be speaking to Jane and Deborah, our lecturers in health and social care, and we will be showing you a campus tour of Dartford, as well as a dedicated video of health and social care as well. And then we're going to talk about the course offer, progression routes, entry requirements, things like that, and then move on to a live Q&A session. So if you have any questions throughout, then pop them in the Q&A box below, and Jane and Deborah will get to them at the end. So I'm going to pass over to Deborah now to introduce herself. Thank you.
Right, hi all, my name's Deborah Packman and I've worked for many years at North Kent College. I am responsible for level 1 and level 2. I've had many years in the industry doing many different roles and many different jobs. So I'm going to just pass you over to Jane now.
Hi, my name's Jane and I predominantly teach on level 3, but also teach level 2 and 1. My background is I used to manage care services for people with learning disabilities and mental health, as well as doing some freelance training for the NHS, and recently become a mental health first aid instructor. So I deliver mainly the level 1 and level 2 and 3 courses here.
Perfect.
Back to you, Shah.
Thank you. So now, as I mentioned earlier, I will be playing the campus tour for Dartford, and then it will move on to the dedicated health and social care video. So please enjoy. Thank you.
Hi all. Hi all. I'm going to be talking to you about level 1 and level 2 health and social care. Level 1 we normally have 1 group a year, and level 2 generally we have 2. Level 1, your qualifications for level 1, in order to apply, you will need 5 GCSEs at 2 or above, and that includes maths and English. And for level 2, it's 5 GCSEs at 3 or above, and that will include maths and English. But just to say, for some reason you don't get these grades, still contact us and talk to us, because we will talk you around what we can do for you. Okay, now with level 1, the level 1 course, I'm normally the personal tutor, so I'm the person you'll see most. I'm the person that will help you through the course, make sure that you stay on track and do what you need to do. And for level 2, I'm normally the personal tutor as well, so again I will do that. Level 1, when you come, you're expected to wear a uniform, all right, and level 2 you wear a uniform, very much the same as what I've got on now, except yours is grey, all right, ours is blue, and that comes out of your material fees. Level 1 is interesting. You don't do any placement with level 1, but with level 2 you do a placement. You have a placement that is 2 weeks, what we call a 2-week block placement, and it's sometime around Easter time. Okay, so that means for 5 days for 2 weeks you will be going out into placement. The rest of the time you spend in college doing different units. You do have a lot of work to do and a lot of work to complete, and we expect you to do on level 1 between 4 to 6 hours a week homework, and on level 2 6 to 8, and that's when you will complete your assignment work. Level 1 is not a qualification to work, but level 2 is. Now if you get a level 2, you run a good chance of getting a job as a carer. Now the caring industry at the moment is crying out for people, so you could do quite well at the end of level 2, and you could find yourself a job. A lot of care homes though do want their staff to be a minimum of 18, but there is quite a few that will take them on younger, right? So you can go for jobs. All the time you're here, we help you with your CVs, we help you do your learn better interview skills and other skills like that. Level 3, how do you apply? You can apply online, all right, you fill in the form online, that gets generated to us, and then one of us will ring you for an online telephone interview, and at that time we will make up our minds with you whether or not we feel that we can offer you a place. Just to say though, you will need a school report, all right, some sort of school report. You need good attendance to be able to actually be taken on, and you need good behaviour. If there's anything in your school report that says that you haven't had good attendance or good behaviour, then we will want to know why, what's the reason, and we will need to talk about that and decide whether or not this is the right place for you. Anything else I need to tell you? Right, that's it. I'm going to pass you over to Jane now, who's going to talk to you about level 3.
Right, hi. Okay, so the level 3 course, the entry requirements are 5 GCSE grades at grade 4 and above. Hopefully they will be in maths and English as well. In the event that you didn't get a grade 4 in your English or maths, you are able to do that here at the college. We would look at other units as well. So any other GCSEs that you've got that are equivalent to a grade 4 and above, we will accept. And again, that will be through discussion via an interview online at the moment or by telephone. All of our students that come on to level 3, the first year is a certificate in health and social care, which consists of 9 units and an external assessment, which is sent off and marked by the awarding body. In the second year, you will do the extended diploma. Now, the extended diploma is a higher diploma in level 3, and this is what you need if you want to then go on to university. So our second year students that have come back this September are now applying for their university places for next September. So all of our units that we deliver are graded A star to D, A star being the highest. So obviously the higher the grade you get, the more UCAS points you will get towards whatever it is you want to do. So a lot of our students on level 3 apply at university for a variety of careers, such as nursing, which could be mental health nursing, child nursing or adult nursing. We also have students that apply for paramedic, psychology, dietitian, I'm just trying to think, social work, youth work. So what you can apply for within the health and social care sector is so wide, and you're fully supported by the staff here with UCAS and your applications, and we have a really excellent careers advisor team as well that supports you with personal statements, etc., if you should need that. Our team consists of 5 lecturers and all qualified within the health and social care sector. So we have staff here that are nurses, doctors, we've got staff that have got social work background, social care background and mental health background. So quite a nice wide variety of experience and expertise in that field. On the health and social care course here, we do have a variety of different rooms that we teach in. So some of the rooms are normal classrooms or IT rooms, but we also have a big practical room, and that's where a lot of our practical work happens. So we have the facilities, and we've got nursing beds here, we've got the mannequins here, we've blood pressure machines. So a lot of what you would do most probably in the health and social care sector, we're able to offer practical work in that field at the moment. Obviously both year 1 and year 2 are required to do placement hours, so that's 75 hours in the first year and 100 hours in the second year. But obviously due to COVID and the situation we are in at the moment, a lot of the students are actually doing online modules that have been generated by CASH, who are the awarding body that we work with. And also they're doing a lot of practical sessions to build up expertise and obviously knowledge and skills. We also have a science lab that we use for when you're taught anatomy and physiology, so and also infection control. So we have got a science lab that we use to deliver some of those classes in as well. When you come to the college, if you decide that this is where you want to come and you want to study any of the levels from level 1 right up to level 4, you are on a 6-week assessment process. That is for you to find out, am I on the right course? This is what I really want to do. And if you want to swap at any time in that 6-week window, you can, as long as there are vacancies on the course that you might want to transfer to. It's also a time where we can actually assess to make sure that you're on the right level as well. So for instance, we have had in some cases some level 2 students that we feel could actually cope with level 3, so we've moved those students up. So it's a good time for us to actually look at, you know, what your academic ability is, and to make sure you're on the right course, really. It's also for us to make sure that we can actually assess your attendance and your punctuality to college, because that is one of the most important aspects as well. Because one of the things that we're also teaching you on the course isn't just about health and social care and your maths and English, but it's also employability skills. And part of that is turning up for your lessons, turning up on time, and obviously having the correct behaviour, because you will be working with the most vulnerable people in society. So that's really important for you to learn while you're on the course, and how you address yourself and how you come across. And all of that is taught by, you know, our qualified team. Can I just say something? Yeah, of course, yeah.
Right. We do progress you from one level. You can progress from level 1 all the way to level 3, even to level 4. We've got students at the moment in level 4 that started on level 1, but progression has to be earned. It's not an expectation. So in order to progress from level 1 to level 2, you have to have the correct grades, you have to have the correct behaviour, and you have to have excellent attendance. And then we will invite you to apply for level 2 if that's what you want to do. And the same for level 2. Again, you need to have the correct behaviour, the correct attendance, and the correct grades, and you'll be invited to progress from level 2 to level 3. And it's the same from year 1 on level 3 to year 2 on level 3. All right, so progression is not an expectation, it has to be earned. We are expecting you to work really hard when you come here and enjoy yourself, but really work hard, because when you go out into your profession, you're going to have to work hard then. Okay, I'm just going to pass you back to Jane.
That's okay. The other thing I would say is, like Deborah stated earlier on, all of our levels from level 1, 2 and 3 all wear a uniform. So that is a grey tunic that is provided for you, and that is explained during your interview. You do wear black trousers, flat black shoes, no nails, unfortunately, because obviously we do a lot of practical work. But all of our students, the feedback that we've had from our students here has been really positive regarding the uniform. You know, they turn and say that they feel like they're in they look professional. They also don't have to think about what they're going to wear every day to college that they're here. So it is nice that we can also identify our students around campus. So that's important as well. So you are required to wear a uniform, and like I say, that will be explained to you at interview stage. Okay.
Yeah, just to say, all during all during the time that you are in college, you are fully supported, right? Not only by us in our department, but there is support here as well. There's support. We've got counselling here. We've got an amazing team that help us with the learning support if you need it. Okay, so there is an awful lot of support here, and we are very supportive in health and social care.
Yeah,
right.
And it's really important as well when you're applying is please let us know if you have any medical condition, because that won't stop you from being offered a place. But we need to know that when you come to us and start your learning, that that we can meet your needs fully. And like Deborah said, whether that's medically or whether that's getting you the right learning support right from the start to enable you to achieve at the highest goal that you can. Yeah. Okay. Is that okay, Sean?
Yeah, that's perfect, ladies. Thank you so much. Great insight there. If you would like to move on to the Q&A, that would be amazing. Thank you.
Right, okay. Right, so the first question we've got is, what modules are included on the course? Okay, so it doesn't state what course.
Some of them are quite generic though, aren't they? So things like communication are generic. You'll get that on 1, you'll get that on 2, and you'll get that on 3.
Yeah,
yes?
We do equality and diversity, but it's not just about equality and diversity. I mean, we look at case reports and reviews. We also do psychology, sociology on level 3. We do empowerment. We do anatomy and physiology, infection control. There's a mental health unit that we do. Just trying to think of the other, reflective practice. So there's 9 units you do in the first year, and there's 9 units in the second year. So all the units in level 3 that you do in the first year are all the mandatory units. So they're units you have to do. We don't have an option. We have to teach those. So there's quite a nice variety of units that you do.
Right. With level 1 and the units, the qualification is it's a pass, merit and distinction. But with level 2 and level 3, we're a cash. We do cash, and it goes from D, so D is the lowest, to A star, right? And the units we do, the first unit you'll do is equality and diversity. The second unit will be human growth and development. And what we do on level 2 is we team teach, all right? So you will be doing the same unit with every member of staff at the same time, okay? It sounds probably a bit confusing, but that's how it works. Go on, sorry.
Okay, sorry, no, loads of questions. Hang on, I'm just going back up because loads of questions come through. Right, okay, I'm going to pass this question to Deborah. It says, can I get into the course with no GCSE grades?
Right, if you come to us with no GCSE grades, right, there is a chance that we might offer you a level 1, but we need to talk to you about why you didn't get the grades, okay, and what has happened. I mean, if for some reason for some medical reason or something like that, or an issue, or you've only just come to the country, or your grades aren't, then you need to talk to us first before you make that decision that you can't come here, and we will see what we can do for you. But normally it is 5 GCSEs at 2 or above for level 1. But also I have had in the past, whereas level 1 students have come and for some reason or other they haven't got their GCSEs, So we've had to put them on level 1, but within that 6 weeks, it's quite obvious that they're actually more capable than that, and they have been moved into level 2. All right, so that has happened in the past.
Okay. Right, I'm going to answer the next question. There's 2 actually that I'm going to relate to. One says, I would like to become a midwife. Is this the course for me? And can I become a social worker by doing this course? The answer to both of them is yes. Because we do the extended diploma, like I said, it's a high diploma. It's a 2-year course. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that obviously you're hitting those higher grades, because obviously the higher the grades are, the more UCAS points you get, which gives you a wider option of courses to apply for at university. But definitely 100% yes, if you do the extended diploma at level 3 for 2 years, in your beginning of your 2nd year, like I stated with my students, they're now applying at university. So you can become a midwife, and yes, you can become a social worker.
But folks, you're not going to get anywhere unless you get your maths and your English. Your maths and English must be 4 or above. That is universities are all asking for that. All right, you will not get anywhere unless you've got your maths and English. So it's important when you come, if you haven't got your maths and English at 4, that you attend every lesson. Okay, next question is, what profession can I get into? I think that if you were to look at every job within the health sector and every job in the social care sector, there would be your answer. I mean, the list is massive. So you've got from social worker to criminology to psychology to dietitian, physiotherapist, occupational therapist, nursing, caring, healthcare assistant, phlebotomist, anything to do with opticians, dentistry, oh gosh, what else? That there is absolutely loads. Youth work. We've also had people that have applied for youth offending. I'm trying to criminology, psychology. I've said. We also have students that do go into childcare. They go into childcare.
Teaching.
Teaching
as well. So what I would say is, if you were to look on, if you are interested, if you were to look on the UCAS website at the moment, because obviously that's open, and if you were to look under health and social care, it will give you a massive list. The list is endless. So I hope I've answered that. It says, hi, what university do your students progress onto? Universities all over the UK. So what you will do is, if you decide, for instance, that you are going to apply to be a midwife, when you go to apply for midwifery, it will have a whole list of universities that you can apply to. So as far as Portsmouth, even universities up in Scotland, Liverpool, Manchester, London. So what you would do is, when you apply for midwifery or any other course, social worker, paramedic, exactly the same, you look at all the universities, and then what we advise you to do is, obviously we haven't been able to do this year, is we'd ask you to visit the universities, because they do a lot of open days. Go and visit the universities, and then you're able to pick 5. So you choose what 5 universities you would like to go to. So you're looking at what facilities have they got, what can they offer, what is the qualification you're going to get at the end of the 2 or 3 years that when you're studying.
Aren't you also, Jane, looking at what they're what they're asking?
So they look at the entry requirements. So depending on what grades you get will depend on what universities you can apply for. But again, we have an excellent careers advisor here, and they do come and work with our students at the very beginning of year 2 as well, and at the end of year 1 to advise you. Okay, so next question we've got is,
so what level would be best for no previous health and social if I wanted to be a social worker?
Start at level 1. Was it?
No,
what level with no previous?
It depends. No, it depends on what your qualifications are
when
you come to us. All right, so we wouldn't put you on the level 1 course if you had 6 GCSEs at 5 and above, because level 1 isn't suitable for you. You'd go on level 3. You can, but saying if you want to be a social worker, you could start at level 1 and work your way through the levels. You could still do that. But it depends on what your qualifications are when you come to us. That makes our decision for us. Well, that makes a decision for us as to what level you'll go on.
If you've got, say for instance, if you've got 5 GCSE grades of 4 and above, but you've done no health and social care at school, that doesn't matter. You can still go on to level 3. So you don't have to have, you haven't had to have done anything regarding health and social care at school. So you can come on if
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
depending on what your GCSE grades, that's not a requirement. Okay, so next question is, do you help find the placements, or is that up to the student? When you actually come for your induction day, you are given a letter from the department at the beginning of your year one. And what we do here at the college is we do your DBSs, which is your criminal check, your disclosure barring service. So we help you complete your form, we send it off. And we ask you to look for placements in your area. So obviously we don't want you travelling miles and miles away to do your placements. And for level 3, your placement is normally, because you've got to do 75 hours, is 1 day a week. So you're in college for 3 days, you do a placement for 1 day a week, and that normally is over a range of 6 months. So if you are really finding it hard to find a placement that you want to go to in relation to health and social care, we have got some placements that will take you, and we can contact them on your behalf. But we do ask you, if possible, that you find a placement near you. This is all explained by our placement, by one of our members of staff who takes the lead on placements. This will all be explained to you.
And you will need, one of the things you pay your material fees for when you come to the college is for a DBS check, which is a criminal check, which you have to have done before you can go into placement. All placements insist on it. All right, so you must do that.
Okay.
And
Nick, sorry.
it says here, given the current situation, we'll be learning about COVID-19 viruses and how they're spread. Well, I know in level 3, Jane will talk quickly about that, but in my level 1s at the moment, they've just done research projects on that. Okay, and they're actually presenting them on Friday. So yes, we do whatever's current in the news at the moment that is relevant to health and social care. Somewhere in your course, it will be covered. I mean, next we've done Ebola before, mad cow's disease, all sorts of things. So if it's current, then we will find some way of covering it in your course.
I mean, we have a member of staff that teaches infection prevention and control. So COVID obviously has come up in a lot of that teaching. I will also say, as with the health and social care department, we also did take a lead before we went into lockdown when COVID first came out, because we have got qualified members of staff from the nursing background and the health background. Is we took a lead in actually teaching all other departments that are here at the college about appropriate hand washing, the proper hand washing technique that's used within the NHS, so they could protect themselves from germs, not just COVID, but in general, but also good practice. So, you know, when you sneeze, get rid of your tissue, wash your hands, etc. So we do take a lead, because, and that is where we are lucky, because we have that expertise of the team that we have here at the college.
The students last year as well, they did a whole campaign on trying to stop the spread of flu. That was before COVID started, and they made leaflets and gave them out to the rest of the college. They put up displays and other things like that to try and encourage people to stop spreading flu, and how to recognise flu symptoms, that they actually had flu. So we do take a lead in those sort of things in the college.
And we also do a lot of health promotion campaigns. So we do look at the academic, the national one. So it's not just about, you know, cancer awareness and stop smoking. We look at all the different ways that we can promote health within the college as well. Okay. Right, so the next question is, I want to be a rehabilitation nurse. Is this a good course to take? Definitely. Anything that will lead you on to nursing in any way, definitely. Extended diploma level 3, definitely is my answer. Okay, so does this course offer work placements, and can you give me an example? Level 2 and level 3 both offer placements, as previously discussed. Within health and social care, the first placement is normally within a residential care unit or a respite care unit. And in the second year, we support students to then get a placement in maybe the area that you want to go to work in. So we've had students that have done placements in pharmacies, doctors' surgeries, schools, because some of them want to do teaching in schools. So in the second year, you're doing 100 hours, which is more hours. So that will be, again, in the expertise that you want to go into. But normally in the first year, it's normally residential care or respite care.
And level 2s, this is a new experience for us. It's been a number of years since we've offered placement, but this is the first year, and unfortunately it's happened in COVID. But we are looking mainly, I think, to put ours into for our students to be placed in care homes. Okay, but it's always under discussion. Don't be put off by anything we say. Everything is always under discussion. Okay.
Right, I'm just going to do a quick recap on this one. What GCSEs do I need to apply? Okay, for level 3, it's 5 GCSEs at 4 and above.
For level 2, it's 5 GCSEs 3 and above, and for level 1, it's 5 GCSEs 2 and above. But as we said before, please talk to us about your qualifications. Okay, I interviewed somebody this week who had she had predicted grades of 6s for everything apart from maths. All right, I am not going to offer her level 2. She's not a levels 2 student. If she gets those grades, when she comes in September for enrolment, what we will do is we will put her in the maths group and she will have to resit her maths while she's here. Okay, so, you know, sometimes, because when I saw her school report, she had a fantastic school report and she had fantastic attendance. And that's why we felt that she was still suitable for level 3.
Okay, so next question we've got is, what personal skills do I require for this course? And the personal skills, you want to go work in health and social care, so obviously communication skills is important. Other personal skills, and we do have students that do come on the course, have got really good communication skills, but they might have to do a presentation and find that really difficult. So a lot of your personal skills will develop as you go through all of our courses. So obviously the main skills that we are looking at is good organisational skills, okay, being motivated, coming to college on time, attending your lessons, but also behaviour, working with others, also thinking about others and taking, you know, it's really important that when you're working with other people to take account on, you know, how you communicate with other people and how you behave towards other people. But saying that, we do have students that may need a little bit more support with personal skills. And like I said before, you know, you're here also to learn about employability skills. But the personal skills is good communication and being polite and respectful.
Yeah, well managed. We do something here called British values, all right? Or we promote British values here. And respecting other people is something that we heavily promote in the college, all right? So we do expect you to respect your teachers, respect the other learners in your class. And if you do that, then they're going to do that to you.
Okay. Next question is, how do I apply? Well, you can apply currently online. So if you go onto our North Kent College website, look up health and social care, and all of our courses that we deliver from level 1 right to level 4, okay, will be on there. So go online. If you have any difficulty online, if you phone the main number at Dartford, they'll be more than happy to either advise you how you can apply or put you through to one of us in the health and social care department, which leads us on to the next question, which is, where is your course based? It's at the Dartford campus.
Yeah, we don't offer this at Gravesend at all. It's
No.
Dartford, and we have people coming from Bexley, Rochester,
Gravesend, Stroud,
all over the place. And these people manage to get here on time every day. All right, so if you can't get here on time, don't come. But they do. Respect to these people. Plumstead, I've got students come from. All over Bexley, we've got students coming from. And the next question, I have learning difficulties. Will there be support for me available? Now, in order for you to get support, you need to have a full EHCP. But saying that, if you've had extra time in exams, a reader or a scribe, then there is the possibility is that will carry on here. What will happen is you'll be asked to go for an assessment while you're here, and they will assess whether or not you need those things, and then they will be put in place. Other things we support students with is coloured paper. All right, so if you've got Erlings and you need coloured paper, we will supply that. Bigger writing, we've done that before. Yeah. We do that for people who've got sight impairment. Also, what, like Jane said earlier, if you tell us what your difficulties are, then we can support that. So if, for instance, you're hard of hearing, we will think about where we're going to put you in the class, where will be the best place for you. If you find it difficult to see the board, then we will find a place for you near the front so you can see the board better. Okay, things like that. And we will also, our LSAs here are brilliant. Our LSAs have been supporting our students for years. And we have LSAs that will come in a classroom and they will have one person that they're meant to be supporting. But when that one person, they feel that they've had enough, they've done enough with them, they will go around and support other people if you ask or if you need it. I can't say strongly enough, I've been here 14 years and I have never had a bad LSA here. Our LSAs are brilliant. Our learning support department is wonderful here.
Yeah, and when we interview you, when you fill out the application form and we interview you, one of the questions we will ask you is, do you have a medical condition, and do you have any learning needs, and what support have you had at school? So it's really, really important that you are so honest with us, okay, because then we can make sure that you get the correct support.
Yeah, because if you leave it till halfway through the year and suddenly you've got a maths exam or an English exam and you've not let us know this, then it could be near impossible then for us to put in place for you to have your reader, your extra time, or your scribe. And I see someone here has put, can I go into medicine from this course? And I'm thinking you're meaning a doctor, and the answer is no. All right, absolutely no. Because if you want to go into being a doctor or something like that, you need to be doing your A-levels. Okay, and you need to be staying on school. This is not a course for you. All right, sorry about that, but it just isn't.
Okay. What student success stories do you have? Well, I mean, like Deborah said before, we've had students that have gone from level 1 right up to level 3, and we've got our students.
We've got some in level 4.
So, yeah, even up to level 4. We've also got majority of our students have all succeeded at universities, so they are now working within the health sector. They've gone right up to level 4.
Yeah, we've had paramedics,
nurses, paramedics, social workers, people working within mental health. So and they all keep in contact. I mean, I've only been with the team here coming into my 2nd year, but I do know team members have been here for 15 years, if not longer. And a lot of the students all come back and speak to our curriculum manager and other members of the team to say, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going.
What they do is they come back and they celebrate their success with us, and we are so pleased to see them. And if we can, and if they're up for it, we take them around the classrooms and we show them off. All right, we are so pleased that they finally got to do what they wanted to do, and all that hard work they've put in, which might have taken them 2 years, might have taken them 3 or 4 while they've been here, it's paid off, and they're doing exactly what they want to do.
Okay, so what are your success rates? Our success rates are very, very high.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent. Last year, I'm just trying to think, level 1 and level 2 and level 3.
Level 1, 100%. Level 2, probably 98%.
Level 3 was 100% last year. Yeah, 100%.
Well, actually, saying that, level 3 was 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was
100%. Yeah, 100%. Our success rates are really, really high. And I believe that is because, we're a very motivated team. And I think because we have all worked in the sector, and we're very passionate about health and social care, and we're very passionate about supporting vulnerable people in society. And I think that comes across in our teaching, but also listening to some of our experiences as well. So it's been good.
And you won't, if you don't apply, the next question is, do we only get the interview once we've applied? You won't get interviewed unless you applied, because we won't have anything to know that you've applied. So you do need to apply.
Yeah, so apply online. I mean, we're doing interviews now.
We're doing loads.
So they're coming through thick and fast.
We must be doing about 15 a week at the moment, aren't we?
When you are interviewed, it will be interviewed by one of us. The level 3 team, there are 2 other colleagues of mine that do the interviews for level 3. And we've discussed your grades, etc., everything. At the end of that telephone interview, you are told whether you have got a conditional place or not. And what that means is a conditional place means as long as you get the grades. So if you were talking to me on the phone for a level 3 interview, I would say to you, we are happy to offer you a place on level 3 as long as you get the grades. So as long as you get your 4 GCSE grades and above, and you supply a really good school report, then come August, you will get a letter to say come and enroll, and you will bring your qualifications with you. So you will then go on our list for level 3, and it's exactly the same for level 1 and level 2.
Yeah,
so you are told when we phone you up whether we are happy to offer you a place. Yeah, what your offer is.
Yeah. So we will tell you what your offer is. Like Jane said, sometimes you might get me, all right, because even though I don't teach anymore on level 3 or level 4, you might still get me, but I'm still able to offer you level 3. It's like Jane can offer you level 2 or level 1. Okay, don't worry if you think, oh no, she said she's only level 2. No. I can still offer it to you. Yeah, we're the team. And the last question, Sian, before I pass back to you, it says, hi, what is an LSA? LSA is a learning support assistant. All right, she's the person that does one-to-one with students, or she helps them in exams, and does things like that. So she's she'll take one of the best roles she does, or one of the things I think is one of the best roles she does, is she'll take notes. All right, she'll take notes, she'll photocopy them off for them, she'll give them to them, and she'll generally go over the questions again with them. So if we've set a piece of assignment work, then she'll go over them. And we work as a team with our LSAs. I know everyone else does as well. I speak to my LSA about what my expectations are. She knows exactly what I'm doing, okay? And she knows what I'm expecting from the students. And it's normally, we don't normally have men, do we? It's normally no, unfortunately we don't. It's normally always the nice. But we do have a male on the team. We have a male lecturer on the team, Ryan, which is great. Yeah. So hopefully we've answered all your questions. Yeah, and Sian, we're going to give hand back to you, Sian.
Perfect, thank you. That was really great, guys. Thank you so much. So that's it for the Health and Social Care Spotlight information event. If you are interested in any of these courses, then obviously please do apply online on our website. If you wanted any more one-to-one support or extra information, there will be a follow-up email going out with the curriculum administrator's email address, so please just email them and somebody will get back to you. If you're watching on Facebook, you can head over to the events page and there is contact details there as well. So thank you very much. I hope you've all enjoyed watching.
Thanks, Sian.
And thank you to obviously Deborah and Jane. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.